New workshop renovation part 9. Last time we started framing the first workshop walls, and that's where we're continuing right away. This next wall coming from this post to this post with 2 corners and a door cutout. It's the trickiest to get straight and square, but we have a method. First of all, we took 2 of the straightest pieces we had and cut them to the same length. Then we used both of them and the 2 other pieces to form a rectangle on the floor. I could measure the 2 diagonals with the laser and adjust the pieces until they were equal. Like this, everything is in position and I could mark the corners onto the floor. Stefan could make his final decision on the door placement, so I could cut it halfway through the bottom rail. This way the rail can stay in one straight piece and it's easy to remove the cutout later. With the crossline laser, I could transfer the marks to the ceiling and wall. Then it's the same work as before, with drilling holes into the floor and mounting the bottom rails. Then the top rails with some small challenges because of other stuff at the ceiling. And then the first studs into the wall, or in this case, the posts. For the other studs, we started with the corners and the ones for the door. Quick check if everything's straight. Looks good. All the other studs went quickly as we had some practice now.
That's a bit too short.
Well, ignore that one. Looking good so far. And next is the header, which we just screwed in from the sides. I think we should have put in some trimmer studs, but since none of these walls is carrying any load from the top, it doesn't really matter. But next, 2 cripple studs go on top. Last step here is to cut away the bottom piece, and that framing is done. Stefan seems to be happy about it. Time for a break. The next wall is a simple straight section again, dividing Robin's and my workshop. It's kind of all the same thing again, and I possibly recorded way too much of that, but here it is. Some pieces against the wall also needed a little bit of a custom shape to seal properly. And another easy wall section is at the front of my workshop. The only tricky part here was that we couldn't mount a wall centered against a post, because on top is a steel beam and we couldn't mount the top rail there. Guess how we found out?
Passt.
Everything else was again straightforward. Unfortunately, the sunlight ruined the time-lapse footage a bit, but I guess you can imagine how it went. There are 2 more walls missing, so next time comes the one in this arch and the one for my door, which is a little more involved. And then we can start with the OSB. See you there!